ICAN's core belief includes the proposition that enhanced learning opportunities often occur in shared environments, in fellowship with others. And one thing has always been true about this conference: to present conversations that generate thought, promote individual and organizational growth, and cultivate the development of women's leadership. With an outreach today to over 3,200 attendees representing a record 464 companies, 43 U.S. states, and 5 countries.
It's the 30th anniversary of the ICAN Women's Leadership Conference, and we are really excited. The theme today is Leading Bold Conversations, and I will tell you there are a lot of really smart women in this room today. The speakers we heard today gave us that little nudge so that when we go back and have these conversations in the office, it'll be really valuable information that we can keep the conversations and the learning going.
So I would ground you in the fact that I believe strongly that leadership comes from individuals who can inspire, who can create trust, and know how to lead a high-performing team. And I think all the women, and of course the men who are here today, because you guys are amazing, have that superpower.
The title of my book, again, is SPEAK. It's an acronym: surrender, power, empathy, authenticity, and knowledge. When I surrender, it results in growth that leads to change. Power is my purpose. Empathy is the ability to love not just others, but love yourself first. If I don't know how to love me, I don't even have the tools to love you. Authenticity is the intersection of truth and trust, being bold enough to show up as you are and wear the mini dress.
Absolutely fantastic day so far. Again, both in support of all of our phenomenal female leaders, as well as then just ways in which I can be an ally and again further support all of our phenomenal women's opportunities at Future. And for me, first time here, would strongly encourage it to all, obviously female leaders, but then male leaders in support of their female colleagues as well.
Women leaders also tend to be ambitious in wanting to grow their business sustainably. A net impact study found that 60% of employed women said it was very important to work for a company that prioritizes social and environmental responsibility.
There are a lot of men who want to help, but they don't know what to do. And I know to women in the audience, that just sounds like, what are you talking about? But it's true. Men really don't know how to do this work well. And as was mentioned earlier, I had this belief that if men are 80% of leadership in most companies, we could be 80% of the problem. Because women talking to women, people of color talking to people of color, can only drive the leadership agenda so far. We may be 80% of the solution.
The best part about the ICAN conference is that we have the opportunity to step aside from the things that keep us so busy every day and really think about how purposeful we're being as leaders and as managers within our organizations, and also have the opportunity to learn something new from people who have done it before us. The development and the work that happens for leadership through these conferences is incredibly valuable to our workforce, and that's why we keep coming back.
I want you guys to go back to your companies and ask questions about how transparent are your companies? Is what we say publicly aligned with how we function internally? Because part of what's happening is that we often have solutions to make the world better. It's just when we have opaque systems, we don't have the incentives to use those tools.
As a physician, I want to also provide you with a prescription for self-preservation. So what it is that you can do to lead bold conversations as it applies to your health. So first, empowering yourself through education in inequities.
And it's true when we get ourselves to the negotiating table. You know, when we say, I have a need. I have a proposal I'd like to make. We're teaching them something about how to treat us, how to think of us, how how to interact with us.
The next time you're leading a meeting, try asking how might we and fill in any objective that you have. It will work. How might we increase our sales by 12%? How might we actually turn this around? How might we get this started? It's a fantastic way to start any meeting that you're leading.
And what I would ask you today is if you, the consumer, can buy a shirt for $5, how is it possible that the person who made your garment is able to make a living wage? Well, the truth is they're not.
There is power in numbers, and there's power in voices collectively. And even the Find It Early Act legislation that we're referencing here today, sometimes it's getting the collective voice behind it that we become stronger.
In the context of using social media to amplify conversations, make connections, and to increase awareness around a cause, these are the 5 most relevant.
It's really beyond words. It is fantastic to see a large, diverse group of women come together for this conversation.
I love the ICAN Women's Leadership Conference. The people here are so authentic, and there's always great things to take away from the conference that I can bring back to my organization. I love the networking, sitting at a table of people that you don't know and forming those relationships and carrying them forward. I traveled all the way here from Phoenix to attend this conference, so that tells you a lot about it.